Good morning. So today I wanted to talk about stress relief. Um, so I had a day yesterday. It was just a busy day. It was sort of emotionally stressful, and just a lot of running around. And I was driving along and I was just kind of thinking about stress relief and how to handle stress relief, and how a lot of the times when we're stressed, we tend to reach for things to try to pacify the stressful feelings that we're having so that we don't have to feel them. And we're trying to bring something in to make us feel better, that is only temporary. So, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, um, even spending, sugar, chocolate. That's a big one for me right now. um, but there's so many different things that we do when we're stressed out that we try to use to help us sort of get through that feeling instead of really looking at it and dealing with it. That's what I've noticed for myself anyway. Um, And so, with that thought, I kept thinking about, well, okay, what could I do instead of grabbing for the sugar? I've eliminated alcohol in my life, I've eliminated tobacco products in my life. Um, Spending is one thing that I really kind of have to keep a check on, because buying something usually makes me feel better. So I've been really becoming very aware of what I'm doing when things are coming up. And one of the things that I started thinking about was, trying to have a little quiet time and just, when I'm in that feeling, if I can, if I'm not running around, um, trying to sit quiet and just really ask myself, like, where is this coming from? Because sometimes those feelings come up and we don't even really know where they're coming from. We can't tell if it's something that's happening in the now, or if it's something that happened a long time ago that, just a neural pathway is just sort of firing from something that we haven't looked at yet. So, getting really quiet, and even for me, I was thinking of just kind of doing a little meditation where I'm connecting with that inner child inside myself, and kind of asking the questions to that particular part of me that it's probably coming from. It always seems to be something from the past that we've just sort of learned, that we have just always gone to try to not look at that particular feeling. And so what happens, that feeling just keeps coming up over and over and over again until we can acknowledge it and look at it and do something to give it love so that it can just, dissipate into the realms of the healing lessons that we're here to learn and do. So I was thinking also about just different ways that we can do different things for stress relief. And so I was trying to think of a bunch of different things that, I could do also, after I look at what is coming up, and just, it's either coming from love or it's coming from fear. And fear just means anything, any kind of fear that we have towards anything. So a couple of the things that I was thinking of was like a walk in nature. If you can get out in nature and just get outside. I know for me, the air, like if there is a nice breeze out or the wind is picking up, that to me is the biggest stress reliever of all. I feel like the wind just sort of comes to me, through me, and then just takes away that stress and just relaxes me. But even getting out just in the trees, if you can find some grass, take off your shoes, do some grounding. Our bodies are full of positive ions or electrons, I believe it is. And it's all from all of the electricity around us. It's from the 5G, whatever. We're just full of it. And our body is like a giant battery. And we need the negative ions in our body to counteract the positive ones, because the positive ones are what makes the stress inside of us. So when we're walking on the earth, from the lightning that strikes the earth, that provides the earth with the negative ions or the electrons. And the electrons are like big doses of antioxidants that we can put inside of our bodies that help us with inflammation and different things inside of our body to help us heal. So when we're walking barefoot on the ground, we're bringing in those negative ions to counteract the positive ones, and it helps to balance out the energy inside of our body, because our body is just electric. So that's a beautiful thing. Taking a bath when you're stressed and putting some Epsom salt inside the bath. The Epsom salt has magnesium, and magnesium does all kinds of good things to help us relax. Or taking a foot bath like I've talked about in a past video. Epsom salt is really good. Doing breath work, any kind of breath work that you can do. If you're in the middle of a stressful situation and you can't necessarily get on your phone and go to YouTube and look up a breath work video, just closing your eyes and taking a nice deep breath in and just focusing on the breath that you can feel going into your nose and then feel it going out of your nose. Or you can just put your hand on your heart and you can just close your eyes and feel your heart beating. That just takes the attention off of the stress so that you're not stressing out even more, and it will help your body calm down, at least. For me, I love singing. So anytime that I can sing or hum, I have a karaoke machine that I love to just turn on songs from Spotify and sing along with the song. There's a lot of healing that happens in our throat chakra when we can just express something. So for me, if I'm feeling a certain mood, I'll find a song that I love that maybe is expressing that mood, and I'll just sing along, and it will help so much just with my stress relief. So yeah, those are some things that you can do. Think about different things that might work for you, and come up kind of with a little, pre-plan of what you can do in the moment. Try to figure out in certain times of your life where there's more stress, and see if there is some type of way that you can do something to try to look at it, to work through it and try to heal it. And just continue to love yourself, because we're all going through this. The tension is high, the energy is high. So just know that you are supported, you are loved, and yeah, we're all going through it. So have a good day. Thank you.